Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss the writing task 2. That how many types of essays are there that you will get to write in the exam. Not all but one of them. So let's start with the topic. But before going to that, let me tell you the pattern of writing task 2. First, you will write the introduction. Then comes the BPs. The BPs may vary. That may be 2 to 3 BPs. That will totally depend upon the question asked. And at the end, you will write the conclusion. In total, you have to write 250 words minimum. This is the minimum limit. And the maximum you can write 280 words. So do not waste your time writing too much. The first type of essay that you will get is agree or disagree. So this is 100% essay. As you can see that it is written or. So what you will do is you will agree with the statement or you will give the points of the disagreement. Let me give you the example. The given statement is advancement of technology is boon for the society. So this is the subject around which your essay will be written. Next, you have asked for the question, do you agree or disagree with the statement? So, according to this, you will write your essay, whether you will agree or disagree. If you will agree with the statement, then you will write the advantages. Yes, technology is the boon for the society. It has provided positive development. And if you will disagree with the statement, then you will give disadvantages. So I hope you have understood. And in this, we will make 2 BPs. First will be the introduction. Next comes the BP1, then BP2, and the last will be the conclusion. In 100% essay, we will give 2 BPs and one will be the introduction and last will be the conclusion. In these 2 BPs, you will make 2 points of agreement or disagreement. You will write 2 points, one in BP1 and the second point you will write in BP2. The next type of essay you will get to write is, to what extent do you agree or disagree? Yes, you can say here we got the same, but you have to focus on this. To what extent? This is the 70 and 30% essay. Right? How it is 70 and 30% essay? For example, if the same statement is given to you, advancement of technology is boon for the society. To what extent do you agree or disagree? So, as I have said, this is 70 and 30% essay. In this essay, we will write 3 BPs. 70% will consist of 2 BPs and the remaining 30% will consist of 1 BP. If you agree with the statement, then you will write 2 BPs for that and the disagreement will consist of 1 BP. You can disagree as well, then you will write disagreement points more than the agreement points. For example, if you agree with the statement, you will give 2 points for the agreement and 1 point for the disagreement. So, in total, this will explain to what extent you have agreed or disagreed with the statement. Moving on to the next type of essay. It is a positive or negative development, or you can say as trend. This essay is also 100% essay. In this, you will write positive points or will write negative points. If you are writing positive side, then do not write negative side. And if you are negative side, then you will not mention the points of positive side. So this is 100% essay, and in this you will make 2 BPs. The introduction and conclusion will remain same. Moving on to the next type of essay, that is, do the advantages outweigh, or you can say outstrip or overweigh the disadvantages? This is also 70 and 30% essay. In this, you will make 3 BPs. As same like the what extent, as we have already done the essay of what extent. So same is the pattern for the outweigh. In the next, it is given discuss both the viewpoints and give your opinion. In this, you will make 3 BPs. Right, 1 BP will be of your opinion and the 2 BPs will be of both the opinions. For example, advancement of technology is boon for the society. This is the same statement. And if the question asked is discuss both the viewpoints and give your opinion. So what will you do is you will write introduction first. In the first BP, you will write boon, that is positive points. And in the second BP, you will write bane, that is the negative development. And in the third BP, you will give your opinion. And the last will be the conclusion. So this is the pattern of writing this type of essay. Next comes discuss both merits and demerits. Right, if the same statement is given, what you will do? You will give both merits and demerits. This is 50% essay. 1 BP will be written for the merits and the second BP will be written for the demerits. And the third BP will not be mentioned here. You will only write 2 BPs. You can give 1 ideas for merit and 1 for the demerit. Or you can give 2 points for each. There must be a balance between the points. If you are writing 2 points for the merits, you need to write 2 points for the demerits as well. There should not be like you have written 3 points for merits and you are writing 2 points for demerits. That will be imbalance. That will become this one, or that will become the essay like to what extent do you agree or disagree, as we have written 70-30. So don't do these things. You have to write it in 50-50 portion. Moving on to the next, that comes the cause and solution essay, or the problem and effect essay. In this, you will write causes as well as the solutions of it. You will make 2 BPs for both. What you will do is, you will in BP, suppose you have written a cause and you will write an effect or solution for the same in that particular BP. You will not make different BPs for the cause and the solution. That will be ineffective. If you have written causes in one, you will give the solution for the same. Next, let me share some connectors for task 2. When you will start BP1, you will have to use some connectors, or they are called signposts. You will start BP with some of the signposts you may have at the outset, or you can write to commence with, or you can use on initial pondering. So these are the signposts, or you can say the connectors. Next comes the topic sentence, by which the examiner will be able to understand that you have understood the topic and you are going in the right way. To give a clear idea, you have to add on topic sentence with the signpost. You will write at the outset the merits of, or you will write the subject as well, you may, or you can write to commence with the causes are, here comes the idea. You will write the idea in 2 to 3 words. That must be clear. The examiner will get very impressed if you do this. Next comes for the BP2. The signpost for BP2 is pondering further, glancing further, or probing further. You may write any other if you know. But you can use these signposts when you are writing 100% essay. That means you are writing only one side, that is you are writing merits suppose, or you are writing demerits. So you will have to give another point of the same part. So you will use these signpost. But if you are writing 70-30% essay or 50-50 essay, then you will use these type of signpost. For the next BP, you will write as on the flip side. For example, in BP1, you have written positive points for any statement, and in BP2, you have to write negative points. Then you will use on the flip side, on the contrary, on the contrast, on the paradoxical side. In contrast to that, conflicting with this, on the other hand, to compare with. So I hope you understood this. Next comes the signpost for the conclusion. You will use to conclude, to build down the topic, to recapitulate, to encapsulate. So these are the signposts, or you can say the connectors for writing the conclusion. These all are used so that the examiner understands that you have understood the topic, and the examiner is able to score you high bands. So please try these signpost and the topic sentence to score high bands in writing. So these are the all type of essays I have discussed, and let me tell you the points you need to follow while you are in the examination room. First, you will read the statement. Second step, you will underline the keywords, that is the subject around which your whole essay will revolve around. Third, you will think of the ideas. For example, you are writing the essay to what extent. So obviously that is a 30 and 70% essay. You will think of the merits and the demerits, the point which you are having the more. For example, you know the points more of the merits, so you will write more of that and less of the demerits. Next step is related to that. When you will think of the ideas, you will decide the outlay, that how I'm going to write this, which points I will write the more and which points I will focus less on. Next is writing, and at the last, you must have the time to proofread your essay that you have written. There must be some mistakes, as nobody is perfect. So that's all in today's video. I will make the video on the introduction, that how to write introduction. Stay tuned for that. Thank you. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe.